Marty's rock skis. We're reconditioning them for this season because I did nothing at the end of last season. We've done all the metal scraping. I've repaired a real bad goober here on the side of the ski. And so now what we're going to do is use some hot wax to clean up the glide zones. Okay, there's two ways that I know of that you can do this kind of waxing. In other words, put the wax on the ski. You just saw what I like to do. But there is the method of heating the wax and scrubbing it on like this. And people do this because they think it's cheaper. I don't know if it is or not. I don't like it because I get nervous about my iron not being on enough wax. Going down here, drip away. I can tell you this is some junk wax. Has no meaning in regards to speed or anything. It's just strictly for cleaning. It's a lubricant. And how many times I'll do this depends on what I find on my scraper when I start scraping this stuff. Okay, the other thing is if I try to, like, if with my brushes, they're all right side up like that, the brushes are up, I don't want them down on the table, then I'm afraid they're going to get contaminated. I don't want that to happen, so I've got my groove scraper. Okay, scrape the groove. I want to get on this stuff while it's still hot, still warm. What I'm trying to do is take stuff out of the top layer, and if you notice, I'm working away from that kick zone, and if I do work towards it, which I will, I'll try to make sure that I don't get into it too much. Trying to take out any dirt. Because I metal scrape, I don't expect to find much dirt in here, and there is not any dirt. I got to do my groove, but that's all right. I'm only going to do this once because I said I had metal scrape. There's no dirt in the ski, no dirt showing. Next thing I'm going to do, brush. And make sure I get all of that wax off because it is not anything on my ski. Now the next wax that I'm going to use is the wax that I use on all my skis. Like I said, Toko CH Red. I'm trying to give the ski a temperature personality that I think I'm going to meet most of the time during the winter around here in Ottawa. I'll just give this little nylon stuff to make sure I'm really getting everything out of the base. There we go. Ready for the CH Red. Temperature range -4 to -10. Those are conditions I like to ski in. Not always going to happen. Notice, paper towel, clean off this iron. Okay. Just taking a quick glance over the side to find my black mark. Now, if you're doing this and you don't have access to a hot box, and for some of you that might be a new term, new piece of apparatus that we have in the skiing world now, cross-country skiing. I think they use it in Alpine too for sure. You can put your skis in and essentially let them bake. And you bake the wax into the base. What it does is it saves you a lot of time from being here ironing like this. Essentially what it comes down to, the more you iron, the more your wax gets a relationship with the base. And you heard me say relationship. You'll hear some people talk about penetration that takes place here. I can tell you it's microscopic. Essentially, the way it was explained to me, there's amorphic area and molecules, and when you heat them, they all move around, and the wax gets in between those areas that are in between the molecules and the amorphic stuff. So I'm done ironing because I have my own hot box. And that's where we're headed now. Okay, we'll be back with you in a few minutes.